Please welcome your 2026 New Orleans Saints.
Tirico in the booth with Greg Olsen and Blake Grupe on the field to get this started. Off we go from the Superdome. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They're led out by the third quarterback taken in the 2025 draft. Out of Louisville, it's Tyler Shuck.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. No matter where that ball is snapped, that's a tall task. And we're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill it.
From the 29, here's second down and 6. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. On the run to the right. He'll tuck it and take off. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 43, here's second and 8. They'll go play action here with Chuck. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. In motion is Hill. Now Shuck on third down. He's got his man. That's Olave. They get 19 on that pass play. It's good for a Saints first down.
And the Saints first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
23 more yards.
A gain there of 23 yards. First down, New Orleans.
First and 10 at the
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He'll step up and run this.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. he ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
2nd and 5. It's a give now to Kamara. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's shot. This one on target to Olave. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I think you got to go for it here, Mike. They've had this impressive opening drive where they've marched their way all the way down into the red zone. And the last thing you want to do here is settle for 3. This is the chance. Set the tone for the rest of the game. And let's see what they dial up here on 4th down.
And forward, doesn't get a whole lot, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the 1st quarter. 0-0 is the score. More from New Orleans after this. It's the Saints with the football. As quarter 2 begins, as they go to work on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Kamara. Oh, making guys miss, and he's in. Alvin Kamara, touchdown Saints. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together. But they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Point after try forthcoming. And this is no good. The rookie misses the extra point. We'll see if that affects him or the game the rest of the way. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Ashton Doolin now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this house at the 30-yard line. Off the play fake, it is Leonard. Flush to his right, he's going to run it. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
It's a gain of 28 yards.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. His ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. 35 more yards. Back-to-back big plays to get this drive rolling.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit and the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Taylor. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. They're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to sneak it here. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Riley Leonard. Touchdown, Colts. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Colts move out in front by a point. It's 7-6.
Saints 6.
Touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. And it's a reception for Taysom Hill. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, here's Rattler. Right back to Hill. He's got it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
18 more yards.
These two got it going on. 19 on that connection. And another 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. We've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll go again here with Kamara. So now the Saints will use the first of their few timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and 11.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Throwing. Rattler. This throw inside is caught by Hill. Saints going to use their second timeout. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
For the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. It is brought in the end zone. Devon Bailey. Touchdown, New Orleans. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials indicating, let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and through. And the Saints are in the lead by the score of 13-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Doolin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a throw by Leonard. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will start with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Here's Leonard now throwing on 1st and 10.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. You're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense, so give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
Now it's 2nd and 1. From the gun, here's Leonard. signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. It is 3rd and 10. Operating out of the gun, it is Leonard. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice coverage here on 3rd down. They took away all of the outlets the quarterback had. Really left them with no opportunity other than to just throw that ball away. It's going to bring up 4th down.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. Leonard going to throw for it. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand. Second half is about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit, 6 points. Touchdown here would be Mike. Nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that front.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here's we start the second half.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, from the 37, here's second down and 9. He'll look to throw. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Throwing now from the gun. He'll go right back to Taylor, who's got it again. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the first down.
And the Colts, first down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Colts, first down.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Trying to set up the screen, but he just had a spike that one. This will be incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, but he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll look to throw again. That one complete to Pierce. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14.
Number 14 with a pickup of 14. And a first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one incomplete. Hubbard outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Saints offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. To throw is shut. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. The Michigan man, Whitty Hayes, in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run. It's Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
So now that's 2 consecutive plays where they end up going backwards. So a sack, a negative run. The biggest thing you have to avoid in the NFL are these negative plays, because now it puts all of the pressure on a 3rd and pass situation. And when a defense can play you one-dimensional, it is a big challenge for any offense.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
So on 4th down, Kai Kroger on to punt for New Orleans. And back deep it is Josh Downs. That'll be returnable from the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. In middle, and he's got Downs. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 6. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
You know, Mike, it's funny when you're really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The Saints offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rattler. He'll step up and runs, showing off the footwork, sliding down after a gain of 8.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Third and short yardage, and here's Rattler. And that is incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
The Saints will punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line.
First and 10.
Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. In motion is Warren. On first down, Leonard. Run over the middle, and they can't connect. Incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And that will lead to a second down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
To the air on third down. Here's Leonard. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Begin with a zone read. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Kamara. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Gun, Rattler. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout. Talk things over before third down. will try and run for this with Kamara. That's going to be pretty close. At first glance that he had it in, he does. First down.
That's good for the Saints.
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game. You just can't miss. It's a close game. Fourth quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop. Instead, now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. Down to a knee one more time. And that should just about do it. So this one, a win for the Saints. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.